Truly a paradise, it must be said. The promised land for he who has eyes to see. Cesarios Rapondes. Out of the mists of time and myth to the present day, the islands of Samos, Ikaria and Fournoi have been depicted as a paradise on earth, where the fertility of the land, the mild climate, and the industry of its people have sustained it through the centuries and passed it on from one generation to the next. The ancients called Samos Makaron Island. They also called it Anthemis, blossoming, Melamphilos, dark-leafed, Driousa, Philis, and Kiparisia, cypress, in appreciation of its unique beauty. Dionysus, protector of ancient Samos, gave the grapevine to its inhabitants as a token of gratitude for their help in his pursuit of the Amazons. The first to teach the art of viticulture was King Angeus. His teaching was his gift to the island, which made it famous throughout the world, so that Samos wine became equated with the nectar of the gods. The wine cycle begins in winter. The vines are pruned with the precision and knowledge handed down from previous generations. And through the long summer until August, thanks to the favorable microclimate and exceptional subsoil, the precious grapes are allowed to slowly ripen so that they attain an exceptionally high degree of quality until they are ready for harvesting, when the grapes display the full complexity and richness of flavor. "16 million square meters of mountainous and semi-mountainous vineyards in 25 villages produce the small muscat white grape, which is grown on traditional dry stone wall terraces, taking maximum advantage of environmental conditions." The significance of viticulture and the production of wine in antiquity and ancient Samos is verified in the texts of Herodotus and other writers, as well as in finds related to wine in the excavations of the ancient city and sanctuary of ancient Samos, which are today exhibited in the 2 archaeological museums of the island. Throughout the centuries, the daily life of the Samians revolved around wine and the traditions, customs, and habits associated with it, important elements of the island's folklore, culture, and history. Dozens of gold medals at international exhibitions, London 1860, Paris 1867, and Vienna 1873, prove the exceptional quality of the famous wine. In 1934, the Union of Wine-Producing Cooperatives of Samos was set up, with the participation of 25 cooperatives, representing all the viticulturists of the island. Today, with respect for the uniqueness of the variety, it produces wines that stand out for their supreme quality and are acclaimed in Greek and foreign markets every year, obtaining the highest awards in all the most prominent international competitions. The grapes are gathered in the two wineries, in Karlovasi and Malagari. Where approximately 7,000 tons of wine are produced and bottled. The bottling is now carried out in the most modern and automated way, so the product reaches the consumer in perfect condition. The Museum of Samos Wine has been in operation at Malagari since 2005. It is an exceptional work of architecture, a timeless space that brings to life the significance of Samos wine, with valuable exhibits from the wine tradition of the island. The category of sweet wines has been classified as controlled name of origin and includes some of the most renowned and prize-winning wines in the world. They are splendid wines, matured in oak barrels with an especially complex and wide-ranging aromatic profile. They are sweet, fresh wines, with the genteel aromas of the muscat in unique blends. The dry wines that have been classified as local wines are distinctive because of their exceptionally flowery and fruity aromas, which display a very refined bouquet. In recent years, organically produced wines have received certification. Ikaria travels through time with an historical and cultural continuity that defines the nutritional preferences of its inhabitants and their enological refinement, with an experience that extends back into the depths of time. From the festivities of Dionysus, the protector of the island, to today's festivals, wine has held a prominent position in social interactions. Known since the time of Homer as the wine drunk by the heroes of the Iliad, it is today produced on the island in modern wineries that continue to guarantee its quality. Indigenous varieties of the Icarian soil, such as Beileri, Fockianos, and Mandilaria, produce excellent white and red wines, with aromas of fruits, flowers, and citruses. Ouzo, the Greek aperitif famous throughout the world, is produced on Samos, and it is in fact one of the best-known products. In 1910, the first ouzo distillery was set up on the island. Today, the tradition continues and flourishes. There are now 4 distilleries, all ultra-modern, that use their expertise and only the most wholesome raw materials to produce ouzo. Ouzo derives from compressed grapes or raisins. Its intoxicating aroma comes from the addition of aniseed, as well as other herbs and nuts that vary from producer to producer. The distillation takes place in traditional copper vats. The bottling is carried out using modern automated methods, taking the utmost care to ensure perfect quality. The final product has a wonderful flavor and a unique aroma. Samos ouzo is very popular both in Greece and abroad. It is the souvenir that most visitors to the island carry home with them. A living memory of the beautiful moments spent on the island, the art of good living. In the same way, in the traditional copper vats, and with the same respect for quality, tsipuro is made from the residue of compressed grapes and grapes, without the addition of aniseed. Its special taste has won over many fans. Also produced is the traditional suma, with its superb aroma of fennel and high alcohol content. Select liqueurs are also made in the distilleries from herbs, nuts and fruit naturally ripened in the Greek sun. Olive oil, the natural juice of the olive and the basic ingredient of the Mediterranean diet, is produced on the island, the quality of which has remained unaltered for centuries. Each year, in November, when the golden green leaves of the olive groves on Samos sparkle under the caress of the autumn sun, the harvest begins, and the olives are gathered, using special olive beating machines or traditional methods. This is the supplier, who will give you oil that is whiter than any that you have known. Good Samos oil. Athenian, from the book Dipnosophistes, Wise Eaters. The ripe fruit is transported to the ultra-modern centrifugal olive press. There the leaves are separated out and the olives are washed with great care. Then they are crushed and pressed to produce olive oil, which is meticulously checked at every stage of production, complying to the letter with all the health regulations. This opaque standardized olive oil with a splendid aroma of freshly picked fruit is bottled and packaged in metal containers. Olive oil, the liquid gold of Homer, rich in monounsaturated fatty acids and antioxidants, is an exceptional source of nutrients for the human body. The olive-planted Samos of Aeschylus can today be proud of its olive oil. Of controlled geographical origin, it is an exceptionally pure and healthy product, of a shiny golden yellow color, a fruity aroma, and a wonderful flavor of guaranteed quality. Since the beginning of the 20th century, a soap-producing factory has been in operation. Using traditional methods, it produces green soap from olive pip oil, which derives from the pressing of the olive kernels of the island. The blending of olive pip oil with chloric natrium and natrium dioxide creates a unique organic product, traditional green soap, in bars or in powder, which can be used as a soap or cosmetic, which is totally friendly to the environment and perfectly healthy for personal use. It holds a prominent position in the organic products market and is exported to Scandinavia and Western Europe. Nothing better in nature, said the father of medicine, Hippocrates. And the land of the Samos prefecture has proved it with a host of herbs and aromatic plants, the likes of which are seldom seen in Greece. Their prudent use can promote health and well-being, especially when used preventatively. From the humble mallow, chamomile, rosemary, swordgrass, thyme, to melissa, sage, balsam, lavender, elder, mountain tea, and many more. They are employed as beverages or essential oils, distinctive for their pharmaceutical qualities, or as raw materials in body care, toiletry, and perfumery. The factory, which is in Kumoravei, Samos, markets a host of herbs, aromatic plants, and essential oils, as well as products that use them as basic components. They are of superb quality and are certified as organic, and include instructions on their correct use. Many of the products are exported to European countries. The infinite green of Samos is dotted with the colors of its flowers. Thousands of flowers adorn the carpets of the plains, the mountainsides, slopes, and hills. However, the flower that rivets your attention with its infinite beauty and inimitable combination of colors is undoubtedly the orchid. Because of its soil and climate, Samos is ideal for the cultivation of the orchid in Greece. The cultivation takes place in special greenhouses under the watchful eye of scientist growers, with exceptional and impressive results. Interestingly, the constant temperature and climate required for the production of the orchid is achieved by means of heated stones, which absorb solar energy and emit it as heat in the greenhouse. Orchids are now inseparably linked to Samos, for which it is exclusively famous. The large varieties of trees, plants, and flowers create ideal conditions for beekeeping. Honey, already known in antiquity, a food which is pure and natural, is of great biological value and possesses many pharmaceutical qualities. Thyme honey is a light, shining golden color and has the strong fragrance of thyme. Pine honey has a dark copper color, the fragrance of the forest, and a full and strong taste. Flower honey from the nectar of flowers is thick, light in color, with golden streaks through it. There are also many other types, the fragrance of which contains all the aromas of the flora of the islands. On Samos and Ikaria, there are beekeeping cooperatives with modern machinery to extract the honey from the combs, standardize and process the wax, and produce combs. The villages in Samos around Fournoi are famous mainly for their pine honey, while Fournoi and Ikaria are known for their thyme honey, which is exceptional. Carefully selected delicious fresh fruit make up the raw material, which are made into the superb preserves and jams of the island using the traditional recipes of the older women, keeping alive a tradition that goes back years. In the past, each household used to make preserves to offer to guests throughout the year, and jam for the household's breakfast. Today, these sweets are made with the same love, assiduousness, and care by the women's cooperatives and cottage industries in Ikaria and Samos. Of exceptional quality and purity, according to the precepts of the Mediterranean diet, they are preserved in sterilized glass jars, to be kept and enjoyed in 1,000 different ways. To finish off a meal with a cold drink, with ice cream or yogurt, with breakfast or any kind of sweet. The variety of tastes is vast: orange, mandarin, sour cherry, sweet red pumpkin, Seville orange roll, quince and lime. All in their attractive packaging are a daily pleasure, a happy moment in the day, a perfect gift. Fishing on the 3 islands has developed into an important source of income for many inhabitants. Fournoi is one of the largest fishing centers in Greece and has a powerful fleet of modern fishing vessels. One-third of its active population are sailors, and the annual production exceeds 2,500 tons of fish of exceptional quality. On Ikaria and Samos too, fishing is an important occupation, and the visitor is able to enjoy fresh fish at very reasonable prices. On Samos, fish farms produce a wide variety of fish. The fresh milk, produced exclusively on the island, is the raw material for a modern cheese-making unit located at Mytilini on Samos. Delicious cheeses are made. Tasty white cheese on sale in its brine, so that it remains fresh right to the very last bite. Gruyere with a rich savory taste. Anthotiro, a soft, light cream cheese low in fat. Also produced are two types of yogurt, aromatic rice pudding, as well as summer ice cream in two flavors, vanilla and chocolate, which has a homemade taste to it. At the cheese-producing unit, the so-called armorado is made, a traditional spreadable cheese from goat's milk, which has a very distinctive flavor. In the past, it used to be made in the sheep pens. Local milk is used exclusively for exports. In summer, almost the total production of local milk is consumed by the tourist industry, while in winter, most of it is exported. In Karlovas y Samos, a factory produces ink, carbon paper and ink film for cash registers, banking systems and all types of photocopying machines. Also, office materials are produced, thermal and plain paper rolls, double-leafed and for copying, for weighing machines and cash registers, as well as fax paper. Also, self-adhesive labels for all kinds of packaging, labelers and weighing machines, both thermal and ordinary types. They are produced using the very latest manufacturing methods, and the products are sold throughout Greece. Since antiquity, Samian pottery has produced astonishing examples of exceptional artistic quality. A host of utensils made from clay have been found in the excavations of the old city of Samos at its zenith. The Roman symposia were famous for their vasa samia, which have been found in Prini and other places. Pottery factories are still found today scattered all over the island, at Kumaravei, Mavradzei, Platanos, Karlovasi. There, the moist clay is molded into desired shapes by human hand, is dried and cooked. In this way, many objets d'art as well as household items are made by hand with the creator's stamp of inspiration. At one of the factories, the clay is made into statues, busts, decorative arches, and outdoor constructions. One of the most characteristic items, however, which attests to the continuity of the art on the island since ancient times, is the righteous cup of Pythagoras, a vase with double walls. It is designed to spill out excess liquid if we fill it above the line around the mouth. The righteous cup teaches moderation, equality among the members of a group, and the correct share of those participating, as well as abstention from excess and greed. This has been attributed to the great mathematician Pythagoras. Painted pottery has been carried out since the 16th century, using a technique called raku, a Japanese word that means happiness and surprise. Through this technique, the artist participates at every stage of the creation. He uses the 4 elements of nature: clay, air, fire, and water. The amazing result, though unpredictable, is a unique object of aesthetic and artistic expression. The products of the 3 islands are on sale in many markets in Greece and abroad, having the advantage of unrivaled quality and wholesome raw materials. They await, however, the visitor to discover and enjoy them in their place of production. The magic of the journey to Samos, Ikaria and Fournoi is enhanced by the little surprises along the way that are offered so freely by their people. They are the brushstrokes that complete a painting, one that took man and nature thousands of years to create.